This is a phenomenon. Caitlin Clark is a phenomenon. And if I said to any of these people who think Caitlin Clark is not the Rookie of the Year, I'd say, who would you want to start your franchise with? Now, I'm not going to put Asia Wilson in there. I'm just saying between these two. Angel Reese is a wonderful player, but she does not compare to what and who Caitlin Clark is.
The WNBA is experiencing its most visible season in history. Television viewership has surged, attendance has spiked, and corporate sponsorships are expanding. Much of that attention has centered on rookie Caitlin Clark, whose arrival brought millions of new viewers to the league. But growth also brings tension. When attention concentrates on one player, comparisons become unavoidable, and that's where Angel Reese enters the conversation.
Angel Reese played a good statistical game last night in a blowout loss to the Phoenix Mercury. And Angel Reese is actually paying the cost at this moment from attaching her brand to Caitlin Clark.
Angel Reese arrived in the WNBA with a resume few rookies can match. A national champion at LSU, one of the most dominant rebounders in college basketball history, and a player known for energy, physicality, and emotional leadership. Drafted 7th overall by the Chicago Sky in April, Reese immediately carved out a role as a high-impact forward. Through her rookie season, Reese has delivered consistently on the glass, setting records for consecutive double-doubles and establishing herself as one of the league's most relentless rebounders. These are measurable contributions, not opinions.
Man, if someone could just help her figure out how to perform offensively, man, she's going to be a real impact player in the WNBA. Instead, because she compares herself to Caitlin Clark, actually, we're sitting there going like, man, this woman can barely shoot a layup.
The controversy reignited when Dan Patrick, speaking on his nationally syndicated show, was asked about the Rookie of the Year discussion. Patrick stated that while Angel Reese is a wonderful player, he would choose Caitlin Clark to start a franchise, citing offensive impact and marketability. Patrick did not accuse Reese of being untalented. He did not question her work ethic, but his framing, emphasizing Clark as a franchise-altering figure, reinforced a hierarchy that many fans interpreted as dismissive. The internet did the rest.
And, before last night's game against the Phoenix Mercury, I think in her previous 5 games, she had shot 29% from the field. And unfortunately, I've watched these games because I'm now watching Angel Reese as well. And she can't make, all of her shots are within 2, 3, 4 feet, and she can't make 29% of them. Here's why I'll give Angel Reese credit. And this is why I'm saying she would be getting celebrated had she not attached herself to Caitlin Clark.
In today's sports culture, commentary doesn't stay contained. It multiplies. Within hours, headlines shifted from analysis to judgment. Words like rejected, exposed, and dismissed began circulating, even though Reese herself had not responded publicly. This is the danger of narrative escalation. Analytical comparisons morph into personal verdicts. Structural discussions become individual blame. And Angel Reese, once again, became the focal point.
If Angel Reese were disconnected from Caitlin Clark and we just evaluated Angel Reese off of her performance without comparing it to Caitlin Clark, without having this ridiculous Rookie of the Year conversation, we'd all be sitting here saying like, man, what a great rebounder, energy, defensive player Angel Reese is.
Caitlin Clark's impact is undeniable. Record-breaking assists, sold-out arenas, historic television ratings. When Clark joked about WNBA salaries being barely enough to buy season tickets for family members, it exposed a deeper economic reality, one that affects players like Reese far more than Clark herself. Clark's comments were widely interpreted as advocacy for her peers, not complaint. But once again, the discourse circled back to comparison.
She's smart and she's a survivor. Last night against the Mercury, instead of shooting layups, she started shooting mid-range shots to get her offense going, and it worked. She ended up with, I think, 19 points last night, something around there, or maybe it was 20, I can't remember. Maybe it was 20 points. But she started hitting the mid-range game. and face-up shots because she has no chance of getting those layups off against Brittany Griner. But Angel Reese has such an awkward left-handed shot. She shoots it from her shoulder. She doesn't shoot it at eye level.
Reese has addressed pressure before. She has spoken openly about criticism, online harassment, and the emotional toll of constant scrutiny. After controversial games and technical fouls, Reese emphasized accountability while standing firm in her competitive identity. Her approach has been consistent: play hard, rebound relentlessly, lead vocally. Yet in a league hungry for narratives, subtlety often gets lost.
You said that Gabby Williams was the most complete player in basketball. Do you still believe that?
I do, men and women. Gabby Williams is a stud.
Chicago's roster construction has amplified Reese's challenges. The Sky rely heavily on offensive rebounding while struggling with perimeter shooting. Reese's role often requires generating second chances without consistent scoring support, a context rarely acknowledged in surface-level debates. Advanced metrics show Reese doing exactly what her team needs. The problem isn't effort, it's balance.
That's why her stuff gets swatted and when she heaves it at the basket. But her biggest problem is the Caitlin Clark comparison. She's being destroyed by chasing the Rookie of the Year thing, which she has no chance, so she wants to be a dynamic offensive player, and she's just not right now. She's a great rebounder, great energy, very good player. But comparing herself and attaching herself to Caitlin Clark is actually destroying Angel Reese.
Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark are not mirror images. They represent different archetypes: interior dominance versus perimeter creation. Framing their careers as a zero-sum rivalry distorts reality and limits appreciation for both. The WNBA doesn't need one star. It needs many.
Where Chicago Sky rookie forward Angel Reese was ejected from the game last night against the New York Liberty after drawing consecutive technical fouls. The ejection happened after Reese was called for her fifth foul and was, quote, disrespectfully addressing, end quote, official Charles Watson. Angel Reese is a rising star in the WNBA, drafted 7th overall by the Sky 2 months ago. On Monday, Reese addressed the media following that controversial technical foul on her teammate, Kennedy Carter, who shoved Caitlin Clark.
With a new media rights deal approaching and unprecedented fan engagement, the league stands at a crossroads. How it supports, markets, and protects its players, not just its most marketable ones, will define its future. Angel Reese remains central to that future, not as a comparison, but as a contributor.
Reese made it clear that fans are watching women's basketball not because of, quote, one player, but because of her as well. Today, the WNBA rescinded the second technical upon further review, according to a league source, which does not mean much at this point in my estimation.
Dan Patrick offered an opinion. The internet turned it into a verdict. But Angel Reese's career will not be decided by talk shows or timelines. It will be decided on the court, rebound by rebound, possession by possession. In a league finally receiving the attention it deserves, the real test isn't who gets praised. It's who gets understood.
The Caitlin Clark situation where Kennedy Carter side hipped her, basically checked her with a, side hip move and whatever, knocking her to the ground. And it was national news because Caitlin Clark has been taking quote unquote abuse since she's arrived in the WNBA. That kind of story gained national attention. It was something that was debated on my day job, First Take, on ESPN every weekday morning from 10 a.m. to noon.
The WNBA is no longer growing quietly. It has entered a phase of rapid visibility where every game, every comment, and every media opinion now carries weight far beyond the court. Television ratings are climbing, arenas are filling, and corporate money is flowing into the league at levels never seen before. With that growth has come tension, and at the center of it all are two rookie stars whose names now dominate headlines: Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. What began as a basketball conversation has evolved into a cultural debate about value, visibility, and how narratives are shaped in women's sports. Caitlin Clark arrived in the WNBA as the most watched player in the history of women's college basketball. Her final NCAA game drew more than 24 million viewers, a number that rivaled major professional sporting events. Her draft selection became must-see television, and from the moment she stepped onto a WNBA court, the Indiana Fever transformed into a national attraction. Games featuring Clark consistently drew over 1 million viewers, jersey sales exploded, and road arenas sold out when she came to town. The league leaned into the moment, placing Clark at the center of its marketing push, and from a business standpoint, the strategy worked.
And she's on the basketball floor, plain and simple. But we want to make it a debate, and I think that's just to get clicks. And look, Angel Reese, there's nothing that she does where you go, did you see her? Other than she plays really, really hard, and I liken her game to Moses Malone. Moses Malone was relentless. So it's not that I don't appreciate who she is or how she plays. There is no one like Caitlin Clark.
Angel Reese's career will not be defined by a talk show clip, a viral headline, or a comparison she did not ask for. It will be defined by durability, consistency, and impact over time. As the WNBA continues to grow, the challenge will not be choosing a single face of the league, but learning how to recognize and respect the many forms excellence takes. The real story is not about rejection or exposure. It is about understanding a league finally stepping into the spotlight and the players carrying it there.
You're trying to change the future of women's basketball forever with this new league that you're starting. Tell me about how Unrivaled has come together. And when you think about the concept, what does the future mean? Is this going to become the premier league for women's basketball?
About Unrivaled, it's going to be 3-on-3, 1-on-1, top 30 players. We're going to play 10 weeks in Miami during the W's off season, so we don't have a 7-week gap. And what's most exciting about it is it gives opportunities for players to play at home, not go overseas, build their brands, and make six